The PowerDesigner Enterprise Architecture Model, or EAM, is designed to help you document and analyze the components that make up an enterprise. It lets you define the organization's activities as a starting point for more detailed designs, and also provides a way of communicating the enterprise structure to all the different stakeholders. The EAM can contain different kinds of high-level diagrams across all the architecture domains to give you a single, cohesive, enterprise-wide view of your systems and processes, all tied to business drivers and goals, and connected to other PowerDesigner models which will provide more detailed analyses of your current and desired future implementations. The 7 types of diagrams are divided into the business, application, and technology layers. In the business layer, organization charts are used to display informal organization structures. You can show a hierarchy of employees and organization units. Here's a second diagram with a vertical layout. You'll note that we can display nodes as either icons or boxes, which can show further details. To switch between the 2 display modes, right-click a symbol and select or deselect Detail mode. Still in the business layer, a process map identifies the core business functions and the processes which they perform. By identifying and grouping functions and processes in this way, you can obtain a big picture view of the activities of the organization and evaluate the impact of change on them. You could export these business processes to a PowerDesigner business process model where you can analyze their implementation in more detail. In fact, all the objects in your EAM can be exported to or imported from and linked with objects in your other PowerDesigner models, which, together, provide an environment to model your enterprise from every angle and at every level of detail. Continuing in the business layer, a city planning diagram shows the main business functions organized using architecture areas, which are abstract objects used to organize and group other objects. This second city planning diagram breaks down the core system to enable us to view the systems, applications, and databases that are present in each area. The final kind of diagram in the business layer is the business communication diagram. These are used to show the communication that occurs between elements in the organization. They document and allow you to design inputs, outputs, and results of communication flows. Here we see a map of the primary interactions between various parts of the organization and its business partners. Each object here, as in all the EAM diagrams and all other PowerDesigner models, has its own property sheet so that you can capture your metadata and make it available through linking and syncing with all your models. This more detailed diagram displays the business functions that handle the communication between the sites. In the application layer, application architecture diagrams are used to document the major systems and the interactions between them. They can show which applications and components implement which business processes and how they're connected. In this diagram, we see 2 sites and the various applications, components, servers, and databases that they contain. If you are working within a service-oriented paradigm, you can use the service-oriented diagram, the second diagram in the application layer, to show the layers of services and what services need to be available to implement your business functions. In this example, the business service layer has the business service open an account, and the service layer relates that to a request for various services. Then we descend down into the applications layer, which is in turn built on the technology layer. Finally, in the technology layer, you can use technology infrastructure diagrams to work out the organization of your physical systems and networks. Here we won't show every individual workstation, but we do show how the web farm talks through a router to the firewall that communicates over the web to thin clients, and also to other nodes in the corporate network. There is also an application farm and a database cluster. In this video, we've seen a brief introduction to the PowerDesigner Enterprise Architecture Model. For more information, see the Enterprise Architecture Modeling Guide.